Okay, so we are going to begin. Welcome to the solstice, a couple of days before our returning to the light. So let's start the way I love to start, is just by shaking out and getting a little loose. How many of you like shake during the week? You just walk around your house. Shake up, move it around. And we're going to do something funny. You're going to take your right shoulder and roll it forward. And then take your left shoulder and roll it back. And then see if you can do that. Roll one forward and one back. I'm starting off with brain stuff. Uh-oh. Okay. And then the other way. Oh, make it exaggerated. You can bend your knees. Oh. Good. And then roll both shoulders. Do it. Big, exaggerated movements. Both shoulders back. Big breath in and out. Good. Good. And good. Beautiful. So, taking your fists, we're going to do, this is for lung health. It's part of an energy medicine routine. So we're going to start with the thymus. Okay, so just beat the thymus. Big breath in. Good. Now rake across. Just dig into the muscles of respiration. I don't know about you, but my house is really dry. The other night I was coughing and I was like, oh no, I hope I don't have the vid. Right? Some comedian called it the vid. He said it sounds tougher. Okay, and then massage right in the seam where your arm meets your torso. There are lung points. So just go in there. Might be sore. It's okay. Do those lung points. It's actually lung 1 and lung 2. It's the beginning of the lung meridian. Good. Now take your pointer finger right behind your ear, and you're going to take the flat of this hand and just massage. I'm rubbing across my chin, under my chin, and then down the neck. So it's like on a diagonal towards the heart. So I'm just raking. It's like Reiki. Raking. And you might feel some soreness, tenderness. It's okay. That means it needs your loving attention. And then the other one. Cross. You can rub as deeply as you like. Towards the heart. Good. Nice. Now we'll do the clearing of the lung meridian. So we're flushing it. So we're going to go from the thumb with the flat of the hand up to the shoulder, and then 3 times down. 1, pull it off the thumb. 2, and 3. Good. Other side, flush up. And then down, 2, 3. Good. So the next one we're going to do is inhaling, holding the breath. We're going to do a dog and cat back with this. You're going to inhale, and we'll just do it standing here. Inhale, hold the breath in. Now lift up the root, the pelvic floor. Draw your navel in and up, and just lock your chin. And then lift your chin, relax, and so when we're going to do this, I want you to imagine that you are breathing in like a liquid light, golden, white, or whatever color, beautiful light that you will be holding in, emanating through your torso and body, limbs. And then when you breathe out, it's like black smoke, ridding yourself of any negative energy, anything you want to get rid of, just, okay? So I'm going to do it like this. So bend your knees. You can even put your thumbs in your inner thighs like that, or fingers in, whatever's comfortable for you. I'm going to do thumbs in, okay? Knees bent, arm bones back, tailbone down a little bit to lengthen your back. So take a deep breath in, lock it in, liquid sunshine, and then come lift your tailbone and heart and go out the mouth. So breathe in. Now I'm going to I'm going to cat it a little more now. Lift the pelvic floor, navel in and up, lock. Relax, let it out. Ha! Do your like you're a dragon, dragging out that smoky, fiery breath. Breathe in that liquid sunshine. Take it in and out. A couple more times. Breathe it in. Make it full and deep. Really lift up, cat back. And out. 2 more times. Breathe in. Big full breath. Tailbone down. Your nose and pubic bone are coming towards each other. You're arching. And out. Last time. Big breath in. And out. Good. Coming back up. Bring one hand to your heart. One hand to your belly. Now bring both hands. Mirror your lungs. And as you breathe into your lungs and your hands are expanding, imagine the back of your lungs, the side of your lungs expanding as well. So breathe in all the way to the bottom of your lung. And out. Lift up and empty. Breathe in, expand and fill. And exhale. Let everything come into center. So we're like the universe now. When you expand, feel everything expanding. When you contract, come to center and up and down. So everything's coming to stillness. Okay, just a couple more breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Really empty. Squeeze out the bottom of the lungs. One more time. Good. And bringing the arms up. So your feet are about hip width. So I'm going to hold on to my elbows. Okay. Let's see if you see me a little better here, because I am going to be coming down to the floor too. So breathing in. As you exhale, press into your right foot and let your hand pull that elbow over. Really push in, stretch. Take another breath here. And then exhale, stretch a little bit more in a C curve. Now push into that right foot as you come back up. And inhale, exhale over. Press into the left foot, stretch that elbow. Take another deep breath in. And exhale, stretch. Feel, I just love that second stretch. You can feel those muscles loosening. Good. And come back up, bring your arms behind you into Yoga Mudra. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Good. We're going to do that again, just starting on this side now. Breathing in. As you exhale, come over to the right. Push into the right foot. Again, inhale. Exhale. Just a little stretch and come back up. Breathe in and out. Good. And out. Beautiful. So bring your feet out a little bit, in a little bit of a bend, okay? So we're bending knees over the second and third toes. So really bring the toes in if they're not. You don't want your feet out there like Charlie Chaplin. Okay, so what we're gonna do, this is a brain thing. You're gonna take your left hand, hold your right earlobe, and your right holds your left, okay? So this is a cross, we're crossing the midline. Inhale, bend down, right? Exhale, lift up, come up onto the balls of the feet. And again, breathe in and down. Give your ears a little squeeze. And exhale, come up and up. And bring the feet down. Take the arms, so whatever arm was in front, of course I forgot. I think it'll be this way now. Maybe my left is in front now. Okay, so hold, like just press in, like you're giving a nice little massagey press to your earlobes. Breathe in, come down, open up. Exhale, come up to the balls of the feet. And down, inhale. And exhale, up. Good, let's do that one more time. Breathe in and down. Feel the edges of the feet all across the metatarsals. Good, and exhale and up. And then just bringing the arms out, do a little gentle spiral. So just spiral up, like you're spiraling. Think of a spiral. You're just twisting up, stretch and reach. So this is a little different. The empty coat sleeves, we're slapping ourselves more. This I'm just reaching up. So I'm doing a little cross of the midline here as well. Good. And then just bring the hands back. So I'm going to lower this a little bit because we're going to be coming down. If that works. Okay, so start with your hands in prayer. Bring your arms up and over. Come into a little back bend. So, thigh bones back, pelvis forward. Feel your tailbone curling under and look up into a back bend. Wherever yours is for you. And then come down. So you can use your blocks if you have them. Okay? And then come halfway. And come down, bow. Breathing up. And breathing down. 2 more times. Breathe in. So I'm a nice flat back here. And just softening my knees, bowing down to the earth. Big breath and release. Good. So walk your hands forward. Spread your fingers wide before you go anywhere, right? And you can walk your feet back if you like a little. And we're going to be in a dog. So find your beautiful downward dog. You can keep your knees bent. Lift up under your armpits and externally rotate your upper arms. You feel your shoulder blades flat on your back, rolling outward. Push your heart towards your legs, right? And expand from your heart through your hands and from your heart through your legs. So even if your heels are lifted, try to straighten your legs with your lifted heels. And then bend one knee at a time to just walk your dog and stretch your hamstrings out. Now come down to your knees. Bring your toes together and your legs apart. Just give yourself a nice back stretch. Just surrender. Feel the earth holding you. Feel yourself surrendering to the earth. And then come back to table pose. I don't need my blocks right now. So I'm spreading my fingers. My knees are under my hips. And we're going to do that cat and dog again. If you'd like to use the liquid, breathing in the liquid sunshine, light, and exhaling the darkness, kind of goes with this time of year. We're going to be turning towards the light. But both have their place. Good, then come to neutral. Take one leg and just stretch it out. Press, you're on the ball of the foot, press the heel away. And then take the other leg, same thing. And bring that leg in. And we're going to do what I call the cuckoo clock. So take my big toes on the ground. And I want, see, I'm glad that I have some space. I'm going to be on the big toe, top of the foot, and then looking behind me. This is great for opening up the side body, twisting for the neck. Okay, so just breathe in and out. Now you could do this as slow or as fast. If you want more of a challenge, you could bring the leg up and then bring it down when you come back. Bring it up height, hip height. Or you could just have the delicious momentum of the cuckoo clock pendulum going back and forth. We're doing another midline cross. Good. And bring that back. Come on the curled toes. Just feel that side of the body that you just worked, even if the hands might even feel more alive. Just feel the left and the right, whichever side you did. Notice if there's a difference. Now we're going to come back and do the other side. Same thing. You're on the big toe. It goes around. Let your eyes look at it. So you're getting eye, head, everything. Okay, so just back and forth. In, breathe in and out. Try to make your breath easy and full. Lift the leg if you like. Good, a couple more times. Good. And then bring the toes together, knees wide. Again, stretch. Bring your forehead down if you can. Modify, make a variation. And just bend your elbows, let them rest on the floor. Breathe into your back body. Let the earth hold you. Surrender. And then come back up. If you need something to put under your knees, please do. Always, you can roll your mat or take your blanket. I'm going to do a couple of more things on the knee. So I think I will even do that. I'm taking my little blanket. Always make yourself happy. Only you can make yourself happy. I mean, other people can make you happy, but you have to make yourself happy first. If you're not happy, it's hard to be happy. Okay, at least comfortable. Take care of your needs. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is warming up our fire in the belly. So we'll start with just stretching out first. I like to do it feline. So I'm sliding opposite hands, opposite foot, right? And then stretch up. So now bring the bones into the sockets and then radiate out right from your pelvis, from your core, with the muscular energy. Stretch, and then toes and fingers down, slide back. Other side. Just make it feline, sensual. Stretch. And down and back. Other side again. Reach. Come right out from center. Down and back. And the other side. Lift your heart and down and back. Good, come back on your toes. Just rub your wrists, stretch the fingers. Good. Okay, so there's a variation. We're going to stretch out, right? And then come in. Do you see how I'm rounding? And I feel the core. And out. Now, if you would like, you could just go like this. If you don't want to stretch out. So try it and see which one works, okay? So you're gonna breathe in and out. In, crunch. In, empty, and draw that navel in the back. In, last time, in, good. Curl back on your toes, rub that wrist. Other side. Okay. So, up and in, crunch. Up, crunch, up, crunch, up, crunch, up, crunch, up, crunch. Curl the toes, stretch back. Good. So we're going to do something called thread the needle, and there are variations on that. So the basic one is to take one arm and thread it through. So we can do the basic one first, where just give yourself a nice little, feel the stretch in the back, chin toward your chest, make sure your neck and head is comfortable. Now press into the palm, the whole arm that's on the floor, and take this hand, give yourself a little push. And just breathe. And I could bring my knees back a little if I like. Support your back with your abdominals. And if you like, you could take this leg, same as the hand that's here, press it back. I know some of you out there can lift it. And I know I have students that can take this arm and open it up. It's up to you. We always say in yoga, if you fall in this pose, you're not going to go very far. People actually practice learning how to fall. Good. And then come unthread that needle. Do a couple little cats and dogs. And we'll do the other side. So you're going to inhale up and then come over. And adjust. Take that hand that's on the floor, push into it to give you that twist. Feel the shoulders. It's an upper back stretch. Press into the palm that's on the floor, the arm, so you can get your shoulder down. And then be playful. Press one leg back. And this might be where you stop. Breathe. If you want to lift the leg or open the arm, explore. Good, and then come back. Come back on your toes, just feel your back. Stretch open. We're going to be doing more stretches for the back as well. So let's do that one more time. Okay. You can curl your toes if you like. Bring that arm up. I bend this elbow and I come over.
use everything that's available to you to give you the power and the strength. So anything on the floor, I would say, this is your foundation. Use it. You can use your feet, your hand, even the side of your head. Breathe into the twist. Stretch a leg out if you like. See how I get more twisty. Take a few breaths. And come back when you're ready. And we'll do the other side. You can bring the arm up and bring it through. Let's take about 5 breaths in any variation. Good. And then come back when you're ready. Good. And sit. Just let your body register. Notice where the energy is now, if you feel it more. Here, we're going to do more to open up and expand here. So we're going to just spend 2 minutes each in a restorative pose before we do more movement. And I want you to take your blanket and how big you make it is up to you. And if you have a little pillow or a block, you might want to use that too. So I'm just rolling mine and I'm going to see how I like it, right? So if this is too big, then I could just unroll it. That's why I like to do it like this. And I'm even going to take my little block here, like a pillow, because I don't have a pillow here right now. So I improvise. So you're going to take your roll and it's going to sit right under, right by the wings of your shoulder blades. So just roll yourself down. And maneuver your thing if it's too big or too small. Support your head. You'd never want to be all like craney. I could even put my block like this. I'm going to take my arms. They're externally rotated and I'm stretching out. So notice the big, beautiful opening you get. I highly recommend you do this. It is a wonderful stretch for the front of the body. It's a passive back bend. If you don't need this, you could put your head down if it's not too much craning. My blanket is high, so I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna time us for 2 minutes. So this is constructive rest. You're always welcome to stretch out your legs or keep them bent, whatever's comfortable. So let your body just sink. Let your body surrender. I want you to imagine that the floor, the earth, the foundation is holding you. It's a two-way street. You are surrendering and you are being held. So hold those thoughts if you choose. Relax your jaw. So now slowly bend your knees if they're not already bent and just roll over onto your side and then come up onto your forearm. Because the next one we're going to do is a side body stretch. So we're going to use the same roll. You might want to make it a little less, you'll see, or a little more. So I'm going to start with about 3 or 4 inches, and I'm putting it right at the bottom of my ribs. So I'm keeping my knees bent, I'm a little fetal for now. And I'm just going to lie down like this. If you want, you can make a little pillow like this. I'm bending my elbow. Okay, and when I feel that nice place that I'm getting a stretch, I'm going to stretch my legs out and just cross the top leg over the left, okay? Over the other, you might be right. And I'm going to take this arm and I'm going to stretch it away. I can even make my arms like this or pull on my wrist. Just stretch, press through the feet. I'm going to point, and I'm going to flex. I'm just going to really give yourself a big stretch now before you relax into it. Stretch out, breathe. And you could take the top leg if you like and just stretch it away in the back one, like that. And just relax the arms and just breathe into this side body stretch. You can always increase or decrease the stretch as you choose. You spend about another minute in this one. Just breathe fully and deeply. Scanning your body for any holding, just release. Again, let the earth hold you. Surrender and be held. And as you're breathing in the universal breath and exhaling your individual breath into the universe, it's also symbiotic. You're breathing the universe. The universe is breathing you. Imagine you're not taking the breath, the universe is breathing you. So receive from the universe. And give back to the universe. Good. And then just bend both your knees, fetal. You can come up to your forearm and then just slowly lift yourself off. Sit for a moment. Bring your soles of your feet together and just do a little cat and dog. Good. So these poses that are restorative, it's constructive rest and passive stretching, okay? So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Bring it to your rib, make it as big as you feel comfortable. Start with something, it's not right, move, get off it, okay? All right, so this might be, I'm gonna go a little bit lower. And then I'm just gonna come down. So sometimes I start with making the pillow till I get all adjusted and comfortable. And then I'm going to stretch the top ankle over. And stretch away. I'm stretching right out from center. I'm going to take my wrist, give it a pull. Stretch it, really stretch away. And then relax into it. Surrender. If you choose, you could bend your back leg and stretch this one forward. Whatever gives you the best, most nurturing stretch. So we'll spend another minute. Let yourself be held. Just surrender. So hard for us to let go. Allow. Good. And just come into a fetal again. Take this hand and just lift yourself up. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Come back to a seated pose for a moment. And bring your soles of your feet together. We'll do a couple of cats and dogs here. Round back, you're going behind your sitting bones. Bring your chin down, really exaggerate it. And then come up. Heart space, front of your sitting bones. Back. So just let's do 5 of these. Allow your jaw to be relaxed. Feel your connection with the earth. I always say take 5 or a number and then I don't count. So just do it. Good. Beautiful. Nice. And then let's just take one leg over. I'm going to take my left leg over and bring one hand to your knee. Let's do a gentle twist. So we've already done a couple. We did our spiral and we did our thread the needle. So I'm just going to bring my hand to the knee. Shoulders equal. Feel grounded. I'm going to flex my long leg. Breathing in. Lengthen your spine. Open your heart. And just do a gentle twist. And let your head just look the other way. And come to neutral. And then back. And then lift that back arm, shoulder height. Look at your thumb. And bring it around. Good. And see if you could just reach for your toe, your foot. But I'm keeping a nice long diagonal spine. And just coming over. And then just bowing down. Release, relax the shoulders. And then look up. And come back. Shake out. We'll do the same with the other side. So this is just a little cross, flexing my long leg, heel reaching, hand here, right on those sitting bones. Arm bones back, heart space open, spine long. Take a deep breath in like you're breathing in between the vertebrae of the spine. And then just a gentle twist. Let it come around, right? Bottom ribs, middle ribs, shoulders, head. And now let your abdominal muscles go in the opposite direction. So I'm going, while I'm looking in one direction and I'm moving in one direction, I have the abdominals going in the opposite. If that feels good for you. And then look over to the other side, look around. Nice long neck. Come back. Lift the back arm, look at the thumb, bring it around. Come to your toes or wherever you could touch. Bend the elbows and just bow. Relax, arm bones back, stretch. And look up. Beautiful. Stretch your legs out. Bring your feet here and roll yourself down slowly onto your back. Stretch yourself out. Big stretch. Good. And then bend your knees, feet flat on the floor. Holding onto your elbows. So my elbows are right above my shoulders. Just let the elbows move back and forth. Whatever your range of motion is. And then add your head in the opposite direction. So have a nice long neck. Feel your curve in your neck. Feel the curve in your lower spine, your lumbar spine. Your tailbone's on the ground, but you have a nice little curve, okay? So keep those curves as you look in the opposite direction. Keep your face relaxed, your breath relaxed. Good. And now, separating your legs wide, just let the legs go from side to side, right? So I'm rolling onto the edges of my feet. Just roll through your feet, and my feet are as wide as my mat. Your legs do not have to touch the ground. Okay, so I'm in neutral. When my arms come, I'm going to say to my right, my legs and head go left, come to neutral, the other way. So just take a few of these. Nice, undulating, rolling through the feet. Relaxed breath. Good. Nice. Beautiful. And come back to neutral. Just one hand on your heart, one on your belly. And take your right leg and put it over your left. And come into Cradle Pose. Now with your cradle, I'd rather that you use a tie if you're craning your neck like this. You want a nice shoulders on the ground, long neck. Okay? So let's take 3 breaths here. And then you're going to do a gentle circling around. Right? If you use a tie, circle in one direction. Give your back a massage. And then the other. Good. And then stretch the leg up to the ceiling. Press through the heel. And just let the leg like a pendulum again. Back and forth. Good. Now, clasping onto your leg, press the leg to the opposite wall. Your chin goes toward your chest. See if you can lift your shoulders off a little. Drop that navel to the spine. Good. And then come back. If you want to hold a little higher, if you can. If not, one hand or whatever, do it like this. Stretch it away. Little crunch. and back. If you can hold on to your feet. Up and back. And palms down. Press through the heel. Press away. Keep that natural curve, lumbar curve, abdominals active, and then a little knee down twist. Look in the opposite direction, shoulders on the ground. Same thing in this twist. If you're going in one direction, let your abdominals go in the other. Squeeze them in and back. And then come back. We'll do the cradle on the other side, 3 breaths. And then circle. And the other way. Good, and stretch the leg up, press through the heel, and give it a little pulse. And now really clasping your hands, a little isometric here. Let that leg overpower and lift you up. Chin to your chest, abdominals in, shoulders if you can off, and roll back. If you can walk higher on your leg, do. If not, stay here, stretch, stretch, stretch. Nose can bring you to seated. Back. One more time. Stretch it. And back. Now palms down. Press through the heel. Good. Knee down twist. Shoulders flat on the floor. Look in the opposite direction. Take 3 breaths. Again, if the abdominals are coming there, let them stretch in the opposite direction. Draw them in and around. Massaging. Good. And then coming back, bring your knees into your chest and just make a little ball, like a little seed. And bring the legs up to the ceiling, arms up to the ceiling. And we're going to point and flex. And then scrunch, stretch, scrunch, stretch, scrunch, stretch, and jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. So bringing your feet to the floor. Arms down, arm bones, really get those arm bones back, shoulders on the floor. So we stretched over here before. Let's see how it works for us. So we're going to do the bridge with our elbows on the floor, arms bent, stretch up like this, okay? So pressing into your elbows, back of your head, your shoulders, your feet. Take a deep breath and come up. Now, press and dig into your heels, like your heels are pushing. Let the heels push you up a little bit. And when you are where you want to be, feel your thigh bones stretching towards the opposite wall. See if that could lift you a little bit more. Now, if you like, you can clasp your hands underneath. And let's take 5 breaths in our bridge. Just filling every part of you with that liquid light. If you like, you can lift one leg and stretch it up. Bend it down. And down. And then opening up the elbows, stretch your arms. Just roll down. One vertebra at a time, if you can control it. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Put one hand on your heart, one on your belly. Just let your body register that beautiful bridge. Now bring your hands behind your thighs like this and see if it could lift you up or in any way that you can come into a seated pose. And we're going to do a little light meditation for our ending. So come into a comfortable pose. You want to put on a sweatshirt or your socks. So I asked if you have a candle. I brought two because I usually use electric candles. So I hope these wigs work. I'll put it here so you can see. So if you have a candle to bring in the light for the new season, light it now. So I brought two. Maybe this one had a. Okay. Plan B. So if you don't have a candle, if you can use an object or something that brings you light. Okay. So just put the candle in front of you. And if you like, sit on a blanket or a pillow, something that'll make you comfortable. I'm going to move back a little bit here so you can see me. So I have my candle in front of me and have it in a place where your eyes are comfortable to gaze at it. I think maybe navel gazing was the first meditation, now that I think of it. So just find a comfortable seat. Feel all the parts of you that are connecting with the earth. Just surrender into the earth. Feel the earth holding you. Allow yourself to surrender and be held. And then allow the spine to lengthen, the torso to be open, your crown to be lifted. It's as though you're a conduit between heaven and earth, the universal and the manifest. And just take a few breaths. We're going to do a little bit of a box breath. So just breathe in to the count of 4. Hold the breath for 4. And exhale for 4. Let the breath stay out for 4. If 4 is too much, you could do 3. When you exhale, do not allow the body to collapse. Keep the openness, keep the beautiful openness that you have. Keep it strong and beautiful. So take a few box breaths, allowing yourself just to settle into the moment. And stare at your candle as you do, at the flame, or an object, or whatever you have there. Now you could keep the box breath or just breathe normally. And we're just going to spend a short time. You could do this practice on your own. But gaze at the candle light And then allow it to just become part of your field of awareness, that it's not taking your attention, it's a part of all that is. So we'll spend a minute or so. Keeping your gaze on the light, come back to what you'd like to leave behind in 2020. And imagine you're putting it in the flame to burn it up. Our practice is, if you'd like, you could write it down and burn it later. But just imagine that you're just putting it away, putting it behind you. And then thinking about what you'd like to manifest in 2021, take a moment to think about it, to embody it. And then we're just like, as though you're taking the light of the flame, take a moment and find what you'd like to manifest. And with the light of the flame, just bring the light into you. Bring it in your heart. Embody it as though it's happening now. You are what you want to manifest. It's already happening. Bring your hands into Anjali Mudra, prayer. Thumbs lift your heart. Let's seal our practice by chanting the universal sound of Om. Breathing in all the way down to your toes. Namaste, thank you. So this practice, which you might want to do on the solstice itself, is to write up what you'd like to release and burn it, if you have a safe place to burn it. and to write down what you'd like to manifest in the new year. Because when you write it down, often I've been in groups where I had to write goals, and then I look back and I'm like, oh, wow, I did that, or, oh, I didn't do that yet, or whatever, you know, and it will surprise you that when you plant that seed, this is a great time for planting in the darkness. That's where the seeds grow. So plant your seeds. Thank you.